Hi, it's Steve at Desert Dwellers, and today we're going to be looking at the Bushnell Equinox Z 4.5 zoom, not really a zoom, 4.5 power day-night scope, or monocular. It's not a true scope. Okay, now it's lightweight, lighter than the ATN X-Sight. No crosshairs, no way for aiming other than if you use like a laser or something, which that's what we will be using for it sometimes. Fairly simplistic, has a battery compartment for 4 AA batteries, but I find that it does burn through batteries just as fast as the ATN does. Has a built-in infrared illuminator, has a 40mm objective, and then the little eyepiece so you can see what's going on. Controls are fairly simplistic, and we're going to take some close-ups here. On and off switch, digital zoom in and out. The one closest to the main body cycles through your day mode, which is color, to your infrared 2 level, which is your brightest illuminator setting, infrared 1, which is your lowest infrared setting, and then infrared IR 0, which is you're still in night mode, is picking up infrared, but the illuminator is actually turned off. So those are your 4 modes that you can have it in. The button next to it is when you're in night mode, infrared mode. You can, it defaults normally to 25 frames per second. This next click up lets more light in, but it drops down to 15 frames per second, and this is on your video, of course. And then your next one goes to 7 frames per second, but that's your most light gathering. Now, of course, 15 and 7 frames per second, you're going to have a really choppy video. It's going to be really jittery, so I don't plan on using those very much. If at all, I doubt if I would use them. So we're not going to go into that too much. And then, of course, your shutter and record start button on this side. Now, on the back side, have a little flap here that pops up, a big rubber piece, like on most things. Now, to switch between video and photo mode, single pictures, there's actually a switch underneath here. You have to go one or the other. Next is your socket for your SD micro card. It will carry up to a 32GB card, and I happen to have one in there right now. Then you have your USB port, and then your TV out, which is actually like a micro jack, audio video jack, and it comes out to RC cables. I doubt if I'll ever be using that. It does send it out in both NTSC and in PAL. But again, I don't think I'm going to be using that very much. Now, just playing around with it, I only got it in yesterday, and I burned through a set of batteries almost instantly, probably within half an hour. And they were cheap batteries, don't get me wrong, they're not the lithiums, they were just cheap alkalis. I find that I think it's going to burn through batteries pretty fast, again, like the ATN X-Sight too. But, like the ATN, you can use an external power source. Now this uses the micro or mini USB port. I always get those confused. Where the ATN uses the same one that a cell phone would use. This one uses the one like a GoPro would use, which I have like a dozen of these running around. And you just plug it in, and she powers up automatically. Now I did notice with this plugged in, you actually can't turn it off. You try to turn it off, it turns off, it comes right back on. Not a big deal for me, because it's easy enough to turn it off and on. You can turn your battery off. Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay. All in all, it works pretty good, but it's a good way to give you an external power source if you don't want to be burning up AA's a lot. Just remember, you're going to have to disconnect it. You can't leave it connected all the time, because otherwise it's always on, unless you plan on using it all the time, night out rabbit hunting and stuff. The 40mm objective lens, I'm hoping it draws in a lot of light for the rabbit hunts. That's mainly what I bought it for. Like I said, there's no sighting system in it, but you can use it as a scope, because it does have the Picatinny mount, and then you use a sighting system much like a laser, though I wouldn't use too powerful of a laser. Or if you wanted to, You can turn that mount upside down, and then you can mount it like on the bottom of your rifle if you wanted to use an optical scope and you just want to record what you're doing. Now it only records in 480p or 480. I don't want to say 480p because that's probably not accurate, but 480, which is standard like DVD quality. Photos, same things, 480. So the photo quality will be really low compared to most photos. Video quality, it's not even, it's a standard definition, it's not high definition. But it with the mount over here, it still gives you access to your buttons. But you can also move it on this way and then hook this across the top of your rifle so it's off to the side. You can do it underneath. I mean, with almost any editing software, even if you had it turned upside down, you can just turn it back around in post-production as you're making your little video. So it's very versatile when it comes to that. Also has the standard tripod mount. So if you just wanted to take video without a rifle and just wanted to, you know, like look at wildlife or whatever running around at night, you can do that. It does have the built-in Picatinny rail on this side, so you can add extra illumination or whatever else that you can hook to a Picatinny rail. All in all, it's a pretty good unit. Got a little video here in the apartment out front, so I'll add that to it. Like I said, it's only a 480 quality standard definition. It's not the 1080p that the X-Sight 2 will give you, but it is what it is. It's a lot cheaper, a lot lighter. And hopefully we'll be having a lot of fun with it as soon as it warms up enough outside to go out and play around with it. And then in that case, I'll be doing more videos. Alright, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy these videos. Keep watching. Any questions or comments, put them in the comment sections and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks a lot. Bye.